Hi, this is Breaking My Silence, Minnesota View. I've got another guest with me today, and her name is Kathy
Yes.
Schultz.
Schultz.
And she is a beautiful friend of mine, and she's going to talk to you today about some of her experiences in her life, and I can't wait to talk with her. Hi.
Hi, Janie.
Hi, how are
Nice
you?
to be here today.
Nice to have you.
Yeah, thanks.
Good. I wanted you to tell me a little bit about your childhood growing up. Was it
Yeah, we can talk
devastating?
about that.
Okay.
It was a very tough childhood after my mother passed away when I was 7.
Oh, God.
And she died of cancer. She was 29, and I had a 5, a 3, and a 1-year-old brother.
Oh.
And I was told that I was the mom now, and I needed to take care of the boys. So
Like you were the mama all of a
yeah.
sudden.
So my father got married a year and a half after my mother died. Married a woman that, let's just say, was a little psycho.
Psycho.
That's the only way I know how to
Boy,
say it.
lucky you, huh?
Yeah. My friends called her the Wicked Witch of the West. But,
That was good.
and she had 2 sons. I had one stepbrother who was 2 years older than I was, and I had another brother that was 6 months older than
So
I
how
was.
many was that?
So I had 5 brothers altogether.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. And
So 6 kids.
yep, 6 kids. Yeah, we had
Yes.
hers and his. There was
Yeah.
no ours, thank you. And the abuse, sexual abuse started from my brother, the 6-month
Oh.
older than I was. He started abusing my 3 younger brothers,
Oh, no.
physically, sexually. It was a difficult time because my father worked 2 jobs, and if he wasn't
So
working,
you were there all the time.
he was drinking.
Oh.
So, yes. And my stepmother actually didn't drink until after she'd been with my father for a while. She didn't drink much.
Probably drank to defend herself.
She actually drank to go with him.
Yeah.
She got tired of being at home with us. I don't know why, but...
Yeah, right. Left you.
Yeah.
Left you there.
I actually let my stepbrother, abuse me sexually so that he would stop abusing my little brothers.
Oh, my God.
And it went on for about a year and a half.
Oh, that's sad. So
And
sad.
thank you. And it was really a very strange time in our house. There was a lot of fights between my stepmother and father, and then my brother, my older stepbrother. He had run away. We had court-ordered family treatment. Which, of course, nobody says anything there because you didn't talk about any of this.
Oh, my gosh.
My stepbrother, David, would say if we told anybody anything, he would kill us. That was the threat.
Right.
And when you're,
God.
5,
you're
7,
so
9, and
scared.
11,
You're scared to
you
death.
pay attention. Yeah.
You're scared
Because
to
there
death.
was, yeah. And
Mom's the word.
he was my stepmother's favorite little, yeah. So he could work Mom around any way he wanted to. He had her wrapped around his little fingers.
Oh, no.
So anyway, I got away for a summer. Went with a cousin to California. It was wonderful. And when I came back, I decided that it was time for the abuse to stop. I'd had enough. I was 12. And I know we've talked about this before, that I went to some extremes to try and get it to stop. I would put underwear and bra on underneath my pajamas. I would tuck in the sheets around the edges of my bed and at the foot as tight as I could, so that I actually had to try and slide in by where the pillows were, so that he would be, wouldn't be able to get in.
Oh my God.
And when that didn't work, I actually resorted to a pocket knife that I slept with under my pillow. And I told him that, it's done. You're
right.
not coming back.
That's right.
That's
horrible.
My oldest stepbrother, Roger, started sniffing glue at 12. He was actually 12 when he started sniffing glue. And until he went to treatment at Hazelton, as a matter of fact, when he was 28 years old, they were impressed that he had as many brain cells left as he did because he had sniffed glue off and on all that time.
No way. That's horrible.
Oh, it was.
Can't that kill people?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
I'm not
No,
adverse when it comes to that type of a drug thing.
It was a cheap drug back then, and you could buy glue at the hobby stores.
Sure.
Where there was one in the town where we grew up.
Yeah.
And
black glue at the
it
hobby
wasn't.
stores.
Yeah, that's why they changed the law eventually, and you had to have a note to get glue to buy glue.
That's right. I remember that.
Yes,
now.
if you were of underage, you had to get an adult to buy it, or you had to have a note.
I remember that. Yeah.
So, yeah.
You had to sign papers or something.
Yes.
To get it. Yeah.
So, yes, and then I actually left when I was still in high school.
Did you?
Yes, I got in a fight with my stepmother and finally said that, she was always a cruel, cruel woman.
Oh, God.
We weren't allowed to talk about my mother at all. Her name was not brought up. We pretended that she was like non-existent, which was kind of difficult when we lived in the same house. We used her furniture. Yeah. I felt kind of bad for my stepmother when I got older because I realized that, she really hadn't had it easy either coming in. I mean, she actually had to wear my mother's rings, her wedding rings, because my father couldn't afford anything. He was still paying.
He was out partying.
Well, and he was still paying medical bills, and he never, ever collected Social Security because someone had told him he couldn't, so we never collected Social Security.
Social Security?
We could have had Social Security while we were being raised, and we never did.
For heaven's sakes.
Stubborn man, proud, didn't.
Too proud to get what's coming.
Didn't believe anybody that, he could get it, so he didn't. So,
that's pitiful.
Oh, yes.
Kind of ignorant.
Yes. Sometimes stubbornness can do that to you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it can.
And
being proud, that's called pride.
Pride, yeah.
In the old days, it was like, I'm too proud to take from don't give me any charity.
Right, yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's a man's
oh, definitely. Mentality
yes. At that time in those years.
Yes, my father was from a very strict German family, and he was kind of a cold, I shouldn't say cold man. He had been a loving father, I believe, until my mother passed away, and then it's like he
tore him up.
Shut down. He just didn't know how to handle it.
He just didn't know what to do with
right.
himself anymore.
I mean, he promised her that he would keep the 4 kids together, even though they had talked about splitting us up and having some grandparents raise us. My mother was an only child, so my grandparents wanted to raise us, and my father said, no.
Didn't want the grandparents. Were they good grandparents?
My grandparents were the saving grace in my life.
God, mine too. My grandma was too.
Yep. Yeah. My grandma, if it hadn't been for her, don't know.
You don't know what would have happened.
Don't know. Yeah, she was a tough person. She was a nurse, worked on the psych ward at Anchor Hospital back in the days, and she was a very great woman. Yeah, taught me a lot.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Honey.
So, she...
Your life was so hard as a young girl.
It was,
It was really tragic.
Mm-hmm.
But you learned how to cope, and you learned how to survive.
Right.
I mean, it would kill you, or you were going to survive.
Well, and that was what I decided. I decided I was going to survive.
That's
what you do. That's what you do.
Today, I know you're a survivor,
I
strong
am.
woman
Yep.
today.
Thank you.
And I think a lot of times when tragic things, horrible things like that happen to people, it makes you stronger.
Definitely.
What don't kill you makes you stronger.
Makes you stronger. As the old saying is, God never gives you more than you can handle.
Well, that's what they say.
I don't know. Sometimes
don't
I
know.
do
I
wonder
wonder.
myself.
Sometimes I wonder about
Sometimes
that.
I wonder, God, I
Yeah.
just don't think one more thing can fit. I really just don't have. I don't have a
Put
plate
one
for
more
it.
place for
Yes,
it.
exactly.
I'm sorry, honey.
Yeah. So,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
it was.
It's hard.
I got married and moved out, and things got better for my younger brothers as much as possible.
Get it?
With my family dysfunctioning as much as it was very difficult for. Actually, one brother went to St. Cloud Penitentiary.
Oh, did he? Oh, wow.
He
I didn't know that.
committed a robbery.
Did he?
He was the oldest one of the kids. He was 18 and ended up going to St. Cloud, which of course didn't help with the sexual abuse background.
Oh.
Because that continues
That continued
in jail.
in jail.
Yes.
So he,
he actually had a friend
right,
who took care of him,
a guy.
a guy.
So he went into gay to be gay
Yeah,
in the jail.
in jail. Yes.
So did he ever come out of jail?
Yes.
And is
he
what's he doing
didn't-
now?
He didn't handle the confusion in his life with the sexuality.
Right. He's so
Actually, he got
confused.
married. He had a son, but he was obsessed with pornography,
Right.
different things. He was the first of my brothers to actually commit suicide.
Oh my God.
So,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
yes, I've had.
Oh, that's so sad. He just wasn't dealing with what
No,
he was
no.
feeling.
Unfortunately, he.
I need to get a Kleenex.
I
up
do.
There. There's one up there. Patty, could you give me a Kleenex up there?
Thank you. I
up
need
there,
one.
on
Patty
top
bag.
of it, behind the squirrel.
I'm trying not to cry.
That's okay.
Okay.
I cry about my abuse as when I was a child. I was abused,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a survivor of that also.
Right.
And you cry all the time. It's something that no matter how old you get, it never leaves you.
It never goes away.
It never goes away. The pain will always be with you from the day it happens to the day you die.
Right.
It'll never be gone. The pain of it all.
Right. You learn to live with it, and
Sexual abuse is one of the hardest things that there is to happen to anyone.
it absolutely, and
Any human being.
in our family,
Right.
it was not discussed.
Oh God, no, of course
No,
not.
you
Oh,
never
no,
talked
no.
about it. Absolutely,
No,
ever.
no.
It
You had
was
to keep it inside you all the time.
absolutely, yeah. And it was difficult after my brother passed away. I had two younger brothers yet, and one of those was in the Army, and the other one, still living at home, got married very young, was very into marijuana,
Drugs.
drugs.
Again.
Yes, and the
Now this wasn't the one that sexually abused you.
no, that's David, and David actually was married, had
Okay.
children.
Yeah.
He was a heroin addict off and on.
No.
Yes,
that is
all my
so
brothers
bad.
have
So hard.
had some kind of illness, some kind
Oh.
of mental problem that they had to
yeah,
deal with.
it's
That's what you do. It
psychological
comes
problem.
out. It comes out sideways.
Yep,
Yeah,
it
and
does.
so that was one of the things that was very, tough. Actually, I've been in counseling off and on for 30 years.
Good.
Um,
It helps though.
it definitely helped. Made me
Yeah.
a stronger
I
person.
had
Made
to
me
go.
realize I don't have to be part of that. I don't have to be that person, that
No.
victim anymore.
No, you don't.
I am no longer a victim, and
Good.
I don't allow my family to put me in that position anymore
Good.
either.
Oh, no, of course not.
I've tried to.
You've risen above so much. You've
Yeah.
achieved so much in your life.